Good morning, my Real News Media TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning for October 31, 2023, strong earthquake rocks most parishes across Jamaica. Jamaicans were left panicking on Monday as a 5.6 magnitude earthquake hit the island, prompting people to flee buildings amid heavy shaking that knocked out power in some areas but appeared to cause no serious damage. Most people reported feeling the tremor for approximately 30 seconds. The quake's epicenter was about 4 kilometers west-northwest of Hope Bay, Portland, and occurred at a shallow depth of 10 kilometers. Jamaica sits atop the Enriquillo Plantain Garden Fault Zone, as do Haiti and the Dominican Republic, and has been the scene of several earthquakes over many years. Seismologists say that while small earthquakes are common in and around Jamaica, approximately 200 a year, strong ones are rare. Residents recalls a shock after parts of downtown Kingston building damaged during earthquake. A walkway that was once frequently used by pedestrians, including attorneys and police officers, along Church Street in downtown Kingston, is now covered in debris from a damaged derelict building that was rattled by a 5.6 magnitude earthquake Monday morning. The building, which is located across from the Kingston and the St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, was cordoned off by the fire department to ward off pedestrians. Kingston's Mayor Delroy Williams also inspected the building moments after the earthquake, according to pictures circulating on social media. A man who was nearby during the quake said he recognized the severity of the disaster when parts of the building started to fall.
I was talking to the JP down that side, and I just feel the place start to shake. I just feel the whole of me start to shake. I said to the JP, say, you feel the earthquake a while ago? And the place start to shake, and it just stop and after that, it just hear and you see the whole building just scared up. And an empty building. Part of it kind of crack, so it just demolish it down further. Regular. Worse if it's lunchtime, I'm going to buy lunch. No, nobody was in. One guy was going to walk here, just as the thing dropped, he make a walkway through the bush there. So, well, when I feel it, I kind of hold my nerves, but after I realize it's really an earthquake now, I just keep calm. When I turn around and I hear the rumbling drop now, that's when I feel really frightened about it. And to buy lunch back and forward, especially because people from all the courts, the police and the lawyer, them will walk here so regular to buy lunch. The regular walkway for everybody.
Another man said Monday's earthquake is the most serious one he has experienced in his life. The quake, which violently rocked and swayed buildings, sent hundreds scampering outside in fright. People could be seen rushing out of the Victoria Mutual Building Society office in St. Andrew, while staff and the customers were seen outside Flow, Access Financial Limited, and the BDO accounting buildings in the corporate area. Children from the Citizens Advice Bureau Basic School on Beechwood Avenue could also be seen milling around in the schoolyard. Staff from the National Housing Trust headquarters were also seen gathered at Emancipation Park. There were also reports of merchandise being destroyed after they crashed to the floor in several supermarkets, including Price Smart and Hilo Barbican in St. Andrew and the Ramtula in Port Antonio, Portland. The earthquake also disrupted power supply and the cell phone service across the island. Rumor mongers cause a panic locally and abroad. Rumor mongers caused a spike in the panic across Jamaica and the diaspora on Monday as they spread reports that the 5.6 magnitude earthquake that struck just before 11 a.m. had devastated the island. Claims that a silo at a major manufacturer had collapsed, a hospital was on fire, and the buildings had caved in at a major university were quickly proven to be false, but not before they added more pressure on the already overworked Jamaica Fire Brigade and the police. We still had Jamaicans making prank calls to the Jamaica Fire Brigade relating to the earthquake. We would have reports of building collapsed on Halfway Tree Road, and when we turned up it was false, and numerous other calls around the corporate area, and when we turned up they turned out to be prank, Head of the Jamaica Fire Brigade, Stuart Beckford, told a media conference at the office of the Prime Minister on Monday evening. "I want to use this medium to ask members of the public to please desist from the practice of making false calls. What it does is to tie up resources that are needed elsewhere, and it makes our job that more difficult," added Beckford. He was supported by Prime Minister Andrew Holness, who hosted the media briefing and underscored the damage of the rumors. "Misinformation is indeed a part of our society. Some people might think it is funny, it is a prank. Some people might think it is entertainment, but it has a real impact on how it misdirects our resources that could have been used to give service to people who are in need end up being misdirected because we can't take a chance," said Holness. "And you would have seen on social media several images that are not true. We have seen items circulating that infrastructure is damaged, a plant is damaged, or a critical infrastructure is on fire when that is not the case," added Holness, as he argued that the late afternoon press conference was designed to provide the public with the correct information. Man thankful for life after huge boulder plunges into his cook shop. A cook shop operator in St. Andrew is giving God the thanks after yielding to a feeling of foreboding on Monday morning, a few hours before a magnitude 5.6 earthquake jolted the country and sent a massive boulder plunging into his shop at 2 Pass Constitution Road in St. Andrew East Rural. The man, who opted not to be named, said he was about to open the shop when he decided against doing so. "It's like Father God said, don't come out open the shop. I said, all right, I will open tomorrow," he told the news. "I was up at the bar," he said, pointing, "and somebody came up and told me that a big stone rolled down into my shop. When I came and looked, everything mashed up. I even had a 6-burner stove around the other side. That mashed up. Liquor, juice, fridge, everything mashed up. I lost everything," he said. The man, who said the shop was the only source of livelihood for him and his 2 sons, one 16 years old and the other 9 months old, told the news that after he saw the damage, he cried. However, he said he was thankful that God spared his life, as he would have been in the very spot inside the shop where the boulder landed. "I would have been dead, because if I was there, I would not have been able to escape. Anyway, me give God thanks for life," he said. 2 killed in Trelawney crash. 2 people have died as a result of injuries that they sustained during a motor vehicle collision involving a car and a truck on the Bracco Main Road in Trelawney Monday evening. The identities of the deceased have not yet been ascertained. Reports are that about 5 p.m., a truck and a car collided head-on on the roadway. Emergency personnel were at the scene of the accident, which had resulted in a pileup of traffic along the roadway. The Trelawney police are investigating. Increased rainfall expected this week, says the Met Service. The Meteorological Service of Jamaica says that the island will see an increase in rainfall beginning Wednesday into Thursday. According to the Met Service, this is a result of a disturbed weather system associated with an area of low pressure over the eastern Caribbean Sea. The system is currently located south of Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic and is moving westward, the Met Service said. Hospitals see uptick in anxiety cases after earthquake. Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton said a number of people have been seeking medical treatment at the corporate area hospitals for shock and anxiety induced by Monday's earthquake. Speaking with the news, Dr. Tufton said he is grateful there are no reports of fatalities, but assessments are still being carried out as the persons turn up at hospitals.
I have not had any reports of fatalities, thank God, but we're still assessing. Like I said, a lot of the persons who have been turning up are persons, who have had, I don't want to be cynical in my determination, but whether it's panic attacks or seizures, or I suspect a combination of both. So the doctors at the A&E, I know UHWI because I went there myself, and when I took 2 persons there were about 5 others coming in and others. So I know that A&E are very busy. But it didn't appear to be falling debris injury. It's persons kind of blacking out.
Errol Green, Regional Director at the Southeast Regional Health Authority, told the news that 2 children received minor injuries from falling objects during the quake. In both the instances, he said that the students then fell and were trampled by classmates.
There are a number of children are turning up with trauma, so the hospital is busy treating them at the moment. I was also advised that one or two students came in with injuries when falling objects fell on them, hurting their heads. They are being treated at the hospital at the moment, and we're looking at our other facilities as well. But those children are being treated at the moment. We have seen damage to one of our hospitals, and we have relocated the patients who are affected. And the city engineer from the municipal corporation and our technical team are on site at the moment doing the assessment at that particular facility. We have our team at the various facilities now doing inspection. And I can also tell you that the town called and offered the services of the city engineer and the building officers at the KSAMC. And they are working with the SARA team at the moment to do physical inspections.